Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Home Studio. This video is part of a collaboration which I'll tell you about shortly. The theme is home decor, so anything goes. I decided to make Pioneer Woman inspired DIYs, and there's 7 of them, so let's waste no time and jump into the video. Here's the first piece. These are a couple of tags. I bought these at Dollar General, and I bought 2 of them, and they were like $1, $1.25 or something. I got these coordinating paper. There's the blue, the yellow, and the green, and then the floral from Hobby Lobby, 69 cents, but 40% off of that, so that was a deal. And then I just have some picks that I had in my stash there. And I pulled out some coordinating ribbon. That's what I do. I usually take my inspiration piece, which is this paper here, and pull things from that, colors from that. And I have 2 colors of acrylic paint here. So this yellow is just basically called yellow. I don't even know where I got it from. And it is acrylic paint, and then the apple barrel is called Laguna. Now I pointed there a second ago, when you get your pieces, like, I don't always look, but you see how that yellow one is crooked? Yeah, I didn't even notice that. But try to look at that. Try to note if something's crooked or stained or whatever. So anyway, I just painted the perimeter of one tag the yellow and the perimeter of the other tag this Laguna color. And then I put the paper on top of the tag, and then I pressed it down, and it made a crease, and then I was able to cut both of these pieces out. So the floral will go on the teal, and then I chose the blue polka dot paper will go on the yellow piece. And I put Mod Podge on both of them, and I let it dry really good. And now I'm going to take and this cardstock or scrapbook paper, I should say, and I'm just going to put it on top and then iron it on, and there's parchment paper between the iron and that helps your iron not pick up all that glue and stuff. You don't want to ruin your iron. And basically it just reactivates the glue, and you get a nice smooth finish. And let me tell you about this. I just got this a couple days ago. Got it from Amazon. I don't know yet. So far so good. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I wanted something that was like a drill and a buffer and a sander, something that would drill through like little things or cut through little teeny tiny things. So this is kind of cool. Hopefully it's going to work. And it has all these pieces with it. These buffers, these drill bits, there's like little teeny saw blades in there. And here's some sanders. You get 2 different types of sandpaper, or 3 actually. Then there's that little round piece there too. You get a few of those, and then you get these, and there's 2 different kinds of what do you call it, like strengths. One's softer, one's harder. And there's a flashlight on this, so if you're working in the dark or it's too dark, you can see what you're doing. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I am testing it out, and it is chargeable too. So I just went and poked the hole through there with my little X-Acto blade, and just enough that I could get my drill in there, and I did. I just poked it through there, and then it made a really nice clean, I guess it filed all the excess paper off. And now I am just going along the edges here and distressing it ever so slightly, and I was pretty happy with that. Now I got these pieces, wood pieces, from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the sunshine word. I'm going to paint it black just so it'll show up better on the floral piece, because that's where I'm going to put it. And I glued it on there, and then I took, these were just in my stash, and I just pulled picks out that matched the floral or the flowers, in that piece of paper, and now I'm just kind of putting a few of them together, tying it off with jute, and then I'm just going to hot glue it right onto that blue tag. And I'm just adding a few extra leaves. And now I'm just going to glue those two pieces together. One's higher than the other and on an angle. And now I'm just taking some jute and I'm going to run a long piece through each of the tags, cut it, and then I tie it off at the top. I tie both of them and then I tie both of them together. And then I have this yellow ribbon, and I just made a shoelace bow, and I'm going to glue it right on the knot up there. And then now another shoelace bow, and I put it on the flowers, and there you have it. Simple, easy, quick, and budget friendly. And this is what it looks like. And here's the second piece. Like I said, I have 7 of them, but I'm going to make this really quick for you guys. So I have that same kind of paint, and I also have the Laguna, and then I also have white acrylic paint. And I have that scrapbook paper, and this piece, this wood piece, is from the Dollar Tree with the scalped edges. And I'm just painting this with the Laguna, and I'm putting 2 coats on that. I'm painting the whole entire thing everywhere, but not the center of it. If you get some on the center, it's no big deal. We're going to cover it up with paper. So now I'm going to take that same thing I did earlier, just crease it, put it on the bottom, crease it. And then I know exactly where to cut it. Now, with this, it's super important because these boxes are not perfect. When you crease it and you cut it, know where it's going to fit. Because one side might be a little bit longer than the other. It might be kind of a little, one side might be longer, just ever so slightly. And that's what happened to me, so I just put the paper in there and I creased it again, and then I was able to make it fit. And then I put Mod Podge in there, and I pressed it down really good. And I love this piece, I love these colors. And so now I'm going to take the end of a paintbrush, and I'm just have this white acrylic paint, and I'm making little dots and bigger dots, and I'm going to do it around all 4 sides of this little box here. And now I have this yellow acrylic paint, just in the color yellow because that's what it says, yellow. But it's kind of more of a golden yellow, I would say, but it's really pretty. I like it. It's a very pioneer-ish woman-like. And I'm just going across all of the edges and around the bottom and up the sides of the whole entire piece. And that's it. Super simple, super easy, and very budget friendly. And let's talk quickly about this collaboration. First, I want to thank the 2 hosts, Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and Katie with Lady Red Crafting, and our guest host, Lolly from LoliDs Creations. A link for all of their channels is listed below in my description box. So if you already haven't, please go check out their channels. They're very talented women. Also in my description box below is the playlist link where you go into my description box, when you go into my description box where it says more, tap on it and it will expand and it'll show you all kinds of information. The playlist link is one that has all of the participants' videos, and you'll get tons of ideas and tons of inspiration, and you won't want to miss this one. So much talent. Anyway, this is the next piece, and this is again from Hobby Lobby, the scrapbook paper. I just thought this was so beautiful. I have this wood round smaller one, and that's from Dollar General. And if you have an Ollie's by you, this was $1.99. Like, look at how many pieces you get. These are just knobs, but and they come with the hardware, but I'm not using them as knobs. I'm going to use them as feet. So now I'm determining what kind of pink paint I'm going to use, just by putting it up to the color. And I did the same thing as earlier. I just cut out from the scrapbook paper, and I made sure that the rose or the flower was in the middle. I painted around that wood piece there, just around the sides there, in the bottom too, because that's what you're going to see. And then I did the same thing that I did earlier. I just put Mod Podge down, put the scrapbook, and it has to dry, put the scrapbook paper down, and then pressed it with my heat iron. And then I trimmed off all the excess and kind of sanded it a little bit, and I didn't even need to touch it up, but you could touch it up with the paint. And I painted 3 of these little door handles, and now I'm just gluing them on just with hot glue. But if you want it more permanent, it's not going anywhere. I'm not selling it or anything, but yeah, again, super simple, and I think this is beautiful. It's a riser. Now we're going to do a candle. And these literally are, this candle's from the Dollar Tree, and these literally are Pioneer Woman napkins, and you get them at Walmart in the party section, and there's a little recipe that comes on with them. And it says happy birthday. Of course, I'm not going to use a happy birthday, but I'm just going to peel off the paper from the candle, and then I'm going to just wrap the paper around the candle. Now, I would actually trim it all first. I didn't trim it, and that was kind of tougher, and my hands were sticking, and I kind of pulled a little bit of the paper away. You can't see it, but I would trim it off as far as, you know, how big you want it, how long you want it, and how wide you want it. And I would do that before I'd Mod Podge it on there. And so I have this fan brush. It works really well with Mod Podge, and this video is sped up a lot, but because I'm packing a lot in for you guys. But this brush, this fan brush, is amazing, and I'm just doing it little increments at a time, and I'm just rolling it right onto the candle. And see, that was kind of tedious, cutting all that off because the glue is still sticky. And I have this plastic wrap, and I'm just very carefully pouncing it on there, and it helps get rid of a lot of the wrinkles. Now I did take my heat what do you call it, iron on it, and yeah, it melts the candle, so don't do that. Anyway, if you are a subscriber, I just really want you to know that I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and you guys are amazing, and I'm here because of you. And if you're just stopping by, a big warm welcome to my channel. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing, because it helps me out a lot. All that stuff helps me out a lot. And if you do like it and you subscribe, hit the notification button, and you will be notified every single time I post a new video. And all your likes, all your shares, all that helps me and all of us out tremendously. Okay, so back to the video. I was just showing you different ideas that you can do with this candle to just, you know, make it a little extra. And I just took some lace here, and then I put some jute around it, and I just glued it on there and put it on that candle pedestal thing from the Dollar Tree, and voila, I think it's beautiful. Now this wreath I made for my mom. She loves Pioneer Woman. She just can't get enough This is the 18-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree. And I have 2 rolls of this burlap wired ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to glue it onto the back first. So this is the back of the wreath. And I just glued it down. And then I just wrapped it around the wreath on an angle. So let me show you. It saves on a lot of this ribbon here. So see how I just kind of hit, you know, just the part of that where you're getting the most, you know, bang for your buck, I guess you would say. And so I did use 2 rolls on this. And if you hear lightning, or you won't hear lightning, if you hear thunder in the background, we're having pretty bad storms here right now. I live in Michigan. Anyway, so these pieces I got from Ollie's, believe it or not. They were, I think, $2 or $2.30 or something like that. And I picked up 4 of them. I spent a little bit more money on this wreath. Now, I know that you can do this with Dollar Tree colors, because I was going to do it, and I did pick the florals up, but because my mom wanted a wreath for her front door, I decided to, I'm going to give this to her for Mother's Day. I've decided to up the, you know, cost of the flowers. So this just turned out so nice. Yeah, so I just put 4 of those blue hydrangeas, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, 1 on each side. And then the other pink ones, those are from Hobby Lobby. And I just kind of, I didn't glue them in there, I wired them in there. And then I stuck some of the stems underneath the burlap too, and then glued that in. And then the third flowers that are kind of like a pinky red color, those are from Dollar Tree, and those are fillers. So wherever there's a hole, I'll just plop a couple in there, here and there. And then the yellow ones are from Hobby Lobby. The Hobby Lobby flowers, the red ones or the pinky red ones, and the yellow ones, they were $11.99, but they were 40% off, and I didn't use all of them, so I have a lot left over. They were like on a big bundle or a big bunch. And so I'm just putting a little bit of yellow in here. And then now I am making a bow, and I lapped it around, let's see, just three times. Yeah, I have 3 loops on there. So you just lap it or loop it on itself like 4 times. That will give you 3 loops. And now I tied it really, really tight with a really long piece of jute, because we're going to add more pieces to this. I got that from Hobby Lobby. It was $1.94 on clearance. It was this really red and blue, unusual color that the Pioneer woman pulls off. And I thought this was perfect. I picked it up, and I picked it up before I made this wreath. So anyway, I was kind of lucky that I had it. And I'm doing the same thing. It's the same thing on both sides. One side isn't like, you know, lighter than the other, so I don't have to twist it in between. But I just wrapped it, you know, 1, 2, 3. Now I have 3 loops on that one. And then again, I tied that onto the front of the burlap bow. And then I made 2 tails, just cut off a long piece of burlap and a long piece of the other ribbon, and I tied it onto that too. And now I'm just tying it right onto the top of the wreath. And I'm giving it a really good fluffing. And now I have this sign from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to make a little hello sign for the center of it. This is a little bit smaller, and I put 2 coats of that blue. It's called Sky Blue. It's acrylic paint. 3 coats on there actually. And now I have just black acrylic paint, and I painted the home in the black, and I hot glued it, and then I tied it onto the wreath, and that's what it looks like. And I'll show you at the end all this stuff. Here's the next piece. I get this from the Dollar Tree. It's a home sign, obviously. And I have this Laguna color acrylic paint again. And these napkins, like, I love napkins, you guys. I think they were $3.99 or $4.99 at either Home Goods or TJ Maxx or Marshall's, because I'm there all the time. I love interior design, I love crafting, and yeah, those are my favorite stores. So I took my blow dryer and I'm removing every single thing from the front of this house. And this took a little while, but it came off and it didn't break. And there's a bunch of little nails under there, and unfortunately they're pretty sharp, so I'm pulling them out and then sanding off on the back. And now I'm putting water on the front because I'm going to pull all that paper off, and there's two layers. There's that layer, and then there's like another layer that's kind of goopy and gluey. But before I do that, I am painting the roof pieces in that Laguna color. So I sprayed that really good with water, and then I painted those pieces, and while that water was soaking in, that's why I painted those pieces. And then when I was done, then I was able to get all of that stuff off. Now I put one coat on here of just white chalk paint, any kind of chalk paint, any kind of color white. I should have put two because I'm putting the napkin on it, and that's why I did that. And you can kind of see through it a little bit. It's not terrible, but you can. And then, so after that was dry, I put a coat of Mod Podge on the whole thing, and I took this napkin, I removed all of the plies, and now I'm gonna do the whole iron trick again. The Mod Podge is dry, and I just put parchment paper on it, and then yeah, that's it. And I don't recommend an X-Acto knife or a finger cutter thing. Just clip it off with scissors because it will rip the tissue paper. And now another coat of Mod Podge just to seal it all in. I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. I feel like I'm going so fast I'm getting tongue-tied. But I'm fitting so much in. And so now I have this sign from the Dollar Tree. So I have the chalk paint. It's called Imperial by Folk Art, I think. On metal, I had to put 3 coats on it, and then I Mod Podged it. And now I'm going to glue the roof back on. And I have this Gorilla Glue, and I'm putting that on there, and then hot glue on there. I heard that if you mix it, that it cancels it out. I don't know. I just know that the fumes are horrible. So don't mix it. They're just, yeah, they're really, really bad. I didn't do it this time. I did a long time ago, so I'm pretty conscious to not do it again. So I glued the roof on, and then now I'm gonna glue this on. You only see me hot gluing it, but I put Gorilla Glue on it too because it's metal, and hot glue and metal just don't work real well. Again, I have this ribbon. It's just coordinating colors, that teal color. And I think I got that from Hobby Lobby. It's cheaper than the Dollar Tree, and they have all kinds of colors at Hobby Lobby. It's like, I don't want to say 89 cents or something. When it's on sale, it's even less than that. So I just made a loop, put a knot at the bottom, hot glued it, and now I'm going to put some tape, some masking tape on there to hold it, and you can put craft paper on the back here if you want to finish it off. And now I have a bunch of beads, and I grabbed a couple red ones here, and I'm just going to put 2 red ones on this little hanger thing. And then I made a knot, and then I thought, well, no, I'd have to knot it up a lot and that would look bad. So instead, I decided I was just going to glue it to the tip of the house and then glue the 2 beads together. And they're not going to go anywhere. So I had this little daisy in my little box of pieces, and I glued it on there. Not sure if I like that daisy, let me know. And then I put a couple leaves on the side there too. I just thought this was whimsical, and I think Pioneer Woman is just fun and whimsical, and this was a lot of fun to make. It just really was. Just get crazy and wild with the colors, you know. I mean, she's really good at putting blue and red together, and who would think that? But it works, and it's so popular, I can't believe it. I'm painting the tip of the chimney in the teal. I thought it needed something more, and this is what it looks like. I love the way this turned out. And here is the last and final piece. There's salt and pepper shakers. And I got the salt and pepper shakers from the Dollar Tree, and this is literally, I think I said earlier, the Pioneer Woman napkin you get in the party section, and that says happy birthday on it, but obviously I'm going to trim that off. So I cleaned up these salt and pepper shakers really well, and now I'm putting Mod Podge on there, and then I trimmed, sorry it's late and I'm tired, I trimmed off the paper to as best as I could to the size of the salt and pepper shaker. And I'm just going to Mod Podge it on there. And that's what you saw me doing, Mod Podging it on there. Now it's drying, and I'm painting these lids in this blue. And it's called, it's such a pretty name, Southern Bluebell acrylic. And I believe I got that at Hobby Lobby. And put about 3 or 4 coats on there, and then I just wrapped some twine around that, and that's it. Now, I don't know if I did seal it, but I don't know if you should put salt or pepper in there without sealing it or doing some research on it. These are just purely decoration pieces, and I thought they turned out really beautiful. And there you have it. Here's a picture of everything put together. And I'm going to show you a close-up of all this stuff. So I want to thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some good ideas and a ton of inspiration. Please like my video by tapping the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and share my video. This all helps me out tremendously. And I'll be back very soon, probably Sunday, with another amazing collaboration. Have a blessed day. Bye.